Actor Gartha, 1200 meters in the opener. All set, they sprinting away from the 1200 meter marker. To give them a chance to settle down for a leader, Westerly Wind is right there. Monk Saints is also right there. Westerly Wind is a little bit strong. The yellow cap is on the right-hand side of Piece of Poppy. Flying Lakshmi is just off him with Topaz Rain. They're followed by News Weekly, and then comes Switched On. And Almanac de Garth is the trailer, about 6 or 7 lengths off the leader. Among Saints under control, leads it by about 3 parts of a length. Piece of Poppy is second. At the rail is Westerly Wind with the orange cap. Flying Lakshmi and Topaz Rain travel together, 4 lengths off the leader. And then comes News Weekly, Switched On, Almanac de Garth. Top of the lane and Among Saints is the leader. Back in second, Piece of Poppy. Flying Lakshmi's going to go through down the inside, and Topaz Rain on the outside. Among Saints, Flying Lakshmi's now going to put on the pressure down the inside. Topaz Rain tries to run on, and between runners, News Weekly. Among Saints and Flying Lakshmi. Topaz Rain is running on the outside. Among Saints, and here comes News Weekly with a big run. News Weekly, Among Saints, but News Weekly's going to win it. News Weekly won it. Second will go to Among Saints, then Flying Lakshmi, and behind that Topaz Rain. So not in your picture at this stage, the 39 Rand a win. News Weekly, the strategic news. And this one comes home powerfully under Donovan Dillon. And News Weekly goes on to score. So number 3, News Weekly is victorious. 4th time at the track. And they win it well for Louis Kuna. And they won it by about a length. Number 2, Among Saints, runs second. Flying Lakshmi once again did not go on with the effort. Topaz Rain runs into the 4th position. Further back to Piece of Poppy. And then came Westerly Wind, Almanac de Garth, and they were followed by Switched On. As we look at the head-on, Among Saints the leader, Flying Lakshmi's on the left, and then the blue cap, already under pressure, but starts to run on very nicely, was News Weekly, and News Weekly really comes on well in the latter stages, and will collar both Among Saints and Flying Lakshmi. So number 3, News Weekly is victorious, and wins the opener here at Greyville. Until the running of race number 2, the second race, and the second race will start with our place accumulator. It's over 1200 meters. Until then, back to the studio.
Well, a nice result here for Louis Kuna and his team, and Donovan Dillon doing duty on this daughter of Strategic News. Strategic News giving the stable so much of joy when he came out to win the Summer Cup. I think it was with Dillon, Louis' son, training at that stage. But a gentleman that does all the hard work back home is a gentleman called John. Unassuming guy, but he gets the job done, and we're just having a chat off air. And you're telling me that stick to the poly track with her.
You know, her first run as a juvenile, we fancied her quietly. We thought she was a decent bet first time out. And Stree Randolph rode at that time. We actually did work with her, sending her to the course. And she didn't, raise a gallop at all. And we gave her a few months off. I think she was off for 6-7 months. We brought her onto the poly, just wanting her to run on. She ran on well. The program, when we ran on the 1200 at Scottsville, didn't give us many options, and we had to go there. But, I think it's clear to see that just keep the strategics on the poly. I think he's had 2 winners now, and they've both been on the poly.
Fantastic. Now 2 runners later on, I think Ewan's Dream and Argo Center.
There's big talk about that. I think the Cox horse is the favourite there now.
All together now.
Yeah, that should be the horse to beat. But, my horses, they come to the course fit, and if they start stopping, maybe we catch them.
What about Louis? He's not on course today, but how things at you guys' private established and just out of Summerfeld?
No, we're ticking over. Small stable. So when you've got a couple of your, weaker ones running the stable, it seems to be off form. But it's not the case. We take our time with horses. We don't send them to the course every week to try and race. We space them properly. And for the small amount we got, I think we tick over all right.
I'll give our best to Louis. All the best to the team, and big price, but the numbers in the frame.
Price doesn't help us as long as they come home first.
Well done, John.
Thank you.
Lovely. Donovan Dillon. Good form continues?
100%, eh?
Talk us through it. You know, a few of those horses in front among Saints. I saw Flying Lakshmi going earlier. You just sat patiently.
100%. They were going a good pace. I actually got a bit worried on the turn. My filly was battling to stay with them. But when I came into the straight and I gave her a clear passage and I gave her 1 or 2 smacks, so she took off and she really won a good race.
That's exactly. She took off.
Yeah, no, 100%. Every smack that I gave her, she just found more and more.
She's won a good race here, Donovan.
No, 100%.
Now, talking about the rest of your rides, you know, tell us what you think firstly.
Well, I've got a couple of... I thought I would have places all around tonight. I've got a first timer later on in the 3rd race, I think, or the 4th race. He's a nice horse, but I don't think he can win first time. He's going to battle a bit to win first time. But I mean, yeah, like I said, places all around tonight. I actually thought I had a very moderate card, but yeah.
That horse has actually found tons of betting support that first time you're talking about. I think as short as 3-1 at one stage, and the last time money was on a Campbell horse that arrived.
No, 100%. But I don't know who it was this time. Maybe they thought because the first time I won the other day that this one would win as well. But I don't see him winning today.
Which could be your next best?
I would say Overlap will be my next best. She's been working well. Yeah.
And the track, how's it running?
It's running well. It's still a lot of kickback though. My filly was, that's why I think she wasn't travelling, because of all the kickback. But when she came into the straight and she had a clear run, she enjoyed it, yeah.
Well, nice to get a chance from Louis. You've taken it with both hands. Well played, well ridden.
Thanks very much. I'd just like to say a big thanks to Mr. Kuna, John Null, all the whole yard for all their hard work, and to all the partners involved. I really appreciate this opportunity, and I'd just like to say thank God for blessing me.
Well played.
Thank you.
Donovan Dillon, number 3 News Weekly. Well done to Kemtara Trading, Mr. Gramani, and of course Louis Kuna and his team. Donovan Dillon, the jockey, 3-2-1-10 in what you think will be a bipod blow. Many tickets would have fallen with the number 1 Flying Lakshmi. Coming up next will be the start of the place accumulator. Time to jot down 18:20, 20 past 6. Coming up next, the first leg of this evening's PA.